Let's see if I can do this. Oh, come on, I can. Oh, man, this is amazing. But I just gotta get out of the way. Can I get out of the way enough? So can I, oh man, I think I'm figuring it out. So now, I just gotta figure out how to get the news story in there. Now I can put up photos while I'm talking about the new, welcome to the live stream. Oh, Jesus. Anybody else having a tough go at this existence? My Christ. My Christ. That's cool. I don't know. Let's see if I can switch stuff. Oh, I can. Oh, come on. Come on. I just figured out how I could bring up the news. This is amazing. You know, a year and something into the game, I'm figuring out I should have been testing this stuff years ago. Look at that. Can I even alter? No, I don't think I can alter it. I really got to play around with this. Whew, doggy. This is amazing. Let's go back to Kevin Hart. There he is. There he is. You see him? That's Kevin Hart. That's Diddy. And that's Usher at a Diddy party. And somehow Kevin Hart was, what was he doing? Hosting the BET Awards last night. I don't know how. In this day, we are a weird civilization. If you can call us civilized. We are a weirdization. I don't know if we have the civilized part yet. But I don't know how this dude, Kevin Hart, gets away with hosting the BET Awards. I mean, maybe they looked at his resume and saw host of Diddy parties. Sounds good. You know, if things get hectic, you can handle. He's lubed under pressure. He can handle the pressure. Old Kevin Hart. Look at how young he looks. Look at how young he looks. This is incredible. But Kevin Hart, if you don't know, host of the BET Awards, and they said TMZ. I hate TMZ. Said Kevin Hart shades Diddy, Cardi B, and Kanye at the BET Awards. Isn't that funny? Because Kevin Hart, here's a photo of you at the Diddy parties. How are you going to roast Diddy when you were at the parties? That's like Don Taco roasting Epstein when it's like, bro, we got video of you dancing with him. There's not many folks with video dancing with Jeffrey Epstein. There ain't that many. Somehow. I mean, all the money in the world, you can't erase that from the web? My Jesus. My Jesus. My Jesus. Not yo Jesus. What was that? Nacho cheese. Nacho cheese. Welcome to the live stream. I figured out how to bring up some news. We're going to talk about YouTube loosened its content moderation. Is that good or bad? Fucked if I know. No Kings protest. 1,800 of them planned across the U.S. as Don Taco deploys the military to crush its own civilians. But first and foremost, how is anybody else finding this nuts? How in the world did BET allow Kevin Hart to host the BET Awards? I don't get this shit. What kind of... We're not a civilization. We're just civilization at this point, because the civility is gone. I mean, if you can know that Kevin Hart... I mean, and that's the thing. This isn't debatable. There's people where you hear rumors of them at these Diddy parties. Kevin Hart is on video hosting the Diddy party. And somehow BET was like, who could we get? Martin Lawrence is way too old. Will Smith might smack a bitch. We'll get Kevin Hart. This is crazy. Because as you can see, if you haven't seen this video of Kevin Hart hosting the Diddy party, it's nuts. It's absolutely bananas. Bananas. And there's Usher. And there's their best friend who's locked up right now. I wonder if they poured one out for him. My God. That, Does that bewilder anybody else, or is everybody just complacent? Or maybe, I don't know. My theory on people who are just like centrists, my theory on people who are just centrists are is that they're like comfortable enough in life where they go on like a vacation or two a year, you know. They work hard and they play hard. They say shit like that, you know. Those are the centrists. I work hard and I play hard. I work 6 days a week and I take one vacation a year. The American dream. American nightmare. That's what it is. That's what it be. And if you've had enough, June 14th, there are 1,800 no kings. I can't believe we have to have a no kings rally in America. I mean, if there's a no kings rally, what does that imply, folks? Let's time. Do 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 do. Did you guys write your answer in the comments? If there are no kings rallies happening around America, what does that imply? Oh, that we have a tyrant in charge. A tyrant. Donnie Taco Tyrant. And his name, that's the one other thing. I know this is kind of petty to pick on this, but who would have thought the dude who had a cameo in Home Alone 2, who's named Donald, would be a tyrant? Like a rich kid, right, from New York, bragged about golden toilets, everything was gold. That guy became a tyrant. That just proves money can't make you happy. It's not to prove that money doesn't make you happy, because I'll tell you what, if I had some fucking money right now, I would use it wisely. I wouldn't be getting into people's stuff. Could you imagine, like, we're gonna role play for a second, okay? Let's imagine you're Elon Musk, right? We're from South Africa. We go on this wonderful vacation just at the ripe age of military assignment, and we get out of our country to avoid the military, and we go to Canada, and then we illegally migrate into America. We stay there and we make lots of money. Would you start meddling in that foreign country's politics? We should be like, I made so much money, I can do anything now. I'm gonna make a flying jet ski. Fuck. Like, who can support, oh, damn it. Oh, it didn't fall on the ground. Who can support Elon Musk at this point? We're going to talk about YouTube policies. Let's see if I can. Who's in here? The scary movie spoofs of him being gay makes sense now. Sean Castelli. Oh, man, I haven't seen a scary movie in so long. What's up, Kevin? Alma. No Kings Rally 2025. Can't believe it. Good to see you all. If I seem unhinged, it's because I'm hanging by a thread. My apologies. We're going to talk about this in a minute. YouTube loosens its content moderation. What do you guys think? I would like to know your input. Seems like I'm way too damn opinionated. Troublesome. I just couldn't imagine being Elon Musk, right? From South Africa. Let's get that clear. Newsweek, you bitches at Newsweek, calling him an American billionaire. He's the farthest thing from an American billionaire. Okay? His billions are Americans' money. If that's what they meant, then I'll accept it, you know? If they meant he's a billionaire with Americans' tax money, then yes, okay, fine. We give him our taxes every year. I mean, people that support Elon, at this point, you should just cut him a check at the end of the year and write, instead of IRS, paid to the order of Elon. Just start doing that, you know? Lick his boot a little harder. But I mean, at this point, it's just so weird to me that, like, you know, the people that are like, Elon works hard. Right. The guy who's on Twitter fucking 20 hours a day is working hard. You go to work and tweet as much as Elon does. That's what I always say. You tweet as much as he does. And then when your boss goes, why are you on Twitter still? Go, I'm working like Elon. Well, could you imagine, like, Elon, go on that yacht where we saw your pale, pasty body. Like, go back and take a vacation. Go take some time for yourself. Actually, him and Trump broke up. Those two men, they were so deeply in love. Don Taco had even bought a car, a red sports car. I'm returning it. Breakup of the century. Timothy Chess, and I started to feel political anxiety. I like to turn to bell of the fifth column. That's right, to calm that anxiety. The same man who has to lie about playing video games. Ah, Timothy, that's another brilliant one. You know what? And Timothy, let's just talk about that. Let's mention that for a second. I'm glad you're here. You and Alma and Kevin and Sean. I'm glad you guys are here. If you guys left, that's fine too. I'm mentally I don't know how to put it. I'm mentally not good. I'm just really mentally not good. I think it's also coming up on my dad's 20th year anniversary of his death. And I keep having dreams, like all my dead friends keep coming to me in dreams, and I can't fucking sleep. And I'm struggling right now to like comprehend life. I'm just having a little bit of a mental crisis. But it's good. I like the comments. I like the conversation. And that's a funny one, because when you think about like Elon Musk, a guy who bragged about that was the other thing, not only lied about being a top gamer, but Elon put a video game system in his office in the White House. And it's like, if you have that much money, like if I had that much money and I didn't want to lie about being good at video games, I would just play all the time. Because the more you play, the better you get, you know? And it's like, that's okay to do. Like, bro, you won the money game. You won. Nobody's going to ever get richer than you. You won, Elon. Like, now go get good at video games. Like, do what like, follow your calling, friend. Follow your calling. You almost want to, he needs a little buddy. You know, not like a Don Taco. He needs like an inspiring little buddy. Someone to be like, go and do something that makes you happy. Because you're obviously miserable, you know? You act like you just shit your pants constantly, you know? Like that, like, oh, is everybody looking at me? Is everybody looking at me in a good way? No, they're not, man, because you're meddling in everything. He needs someone. He needs a best friend. The male loneliness epidemic is fucking for real. Let me put this in the background. Oh, you can't see him. Let me put this in the background. Oh, you can't see it. Little kitty. There we go. You can see the little kitty. They lie about such weird stuff. But it's unreal, because Elon needs someone to tell him, like, bro, go on that yacht where we unfortunately all got blinded by your pale white skin. Go on that yacht, put a video game system on, get some good Wi-Fi, and just go indulge in Game of Legends or whatever. I don't even know what he played. Path of Exile, whatever the hell he plays. You know, like someone needs to just inspire Elon to go like follow his dreams for a little bit. You know, it's like you have infinite money and somehow like your main goal is to like fire people. This is also why I've always said, like, you don't want CEOs, you don't want business people running the government, because all they see is cut costs, more profits. But the government doesn't make profits. That's not why the government exists. Elon also owns a customized satanic armored suit. I believe it. They were looking at the piss in his pants. Oh, I just don't get it. Because, you know, you'd figure somebody who had, like, I just want you to imagine having so much money, you, like, the laws, imagine having so much money, laws don't apply to you. Like, the laws don't even apply to him. He could just be, like, tied up in court for existence. And this dude just meddling and shit. Same with Don Taco. Like, I think he has a different reason. You know, he obviously has desire to be in the limelight, good or bad. But he also was, like, on the verge of going broke. So I understand his meme coin crypto rug pulls and, you know, everybody paying to have dinner with him. You know, like, that dude is like, we're hard up for cash, fam. And I mean, that would probably be a great show. I think Succession was a show about the Buffetts, but or the Rupert Murdochs. But I'm talking about like a Don Taco show about a fake billionaire family that, not like Schitt's Creek where they actually go broke, but they scheme the living daylights out of everyone and make their billions back and then become the worst people on earth. What's up, Bob? Good to see you. Have they deployed the Marines yet? I don't know. I'm trying not to, like, you know, that sends me just spiraling, man, because it's, you're not going to be the hero. This doesn't work out for you the way you think if you're sending the Marines to attack your own country, men. I don't know. I guess, is this what Tim Pool was talking about when he was talking about a civil war? It's like, was this it? It's just weird because, people get up in arms. Oh, they're Churchill Crocodile. Ooh, interesting. What game are you playing? War Thunder. Don't know that one. Do you know Fortnite? But Bob, I'll tell you what, man. It's a fascinating thing because they'll critique the protesters. They'll call them rioters, which I say, if your protest doesn't interfere with society, then it's just a parade, folks. If it's on the sidelines and you're being, quiet and just holding a sign, like, it's not a protest. Protests are meant to be in not, what's the word? Not imposition. They're meant to have an effect, That's what they're for. And if you look through history, the founding fathers weren't like, listen, guys, we really don't want a tyrannical king, but let's just do this the right way. They weren't like, we can't destroy the tea. We don't want to destroy property. That's the king's property, guys. This tea party thing, how about we just drink all the tea? Like they weren't, behaving. But it's funny that when it's against the government like this, they'll be like, oh, they're waving Mexican flags. It's a whatever they call it. I don't even know the language. The language is so dehumanizing and so warmongering. But they'll say it's like an invasion. I think that's what they're saying. But if a fucking white dude from Alabama brings a Confederate flag into the State House, into the Capitol building, then they're like, oh, this is just a good old protester. And it's like, no, the Confederate flag was a foreign army that was, or the Confederate flag represented a foreign enemy. Okay, let's be very clear. But somehow that's okay, And when you start looking at it like that, you go, oh, well, what's the biggest difference here? Could it be the race of the people? We'll need a government to report on that. Oh, sorry, that department was laid off. Those are peaceful fires. Thank you, Wiener Hands guy. You know what's up. My tank is no engine no more. I don't know what that means. What platform are you playing War Thunder on? Oh, Bob knows War Thunder. Is War Thunder a good game? Is it an expensive game? Because if so, I will play Fortnite. How are you doing, Bob? How are things out in that part of the world? Fill me in, because, my mental state is not good. Let me hear what's going on with you. What is going on with you? And Bob, let me ask you. Would you, if you were in control of BET, Black Entertainment Network, Kevin Hart hosted the BET Awards last night, but here's Kevin Hart next to Diddy hosting a Diddy party. Would you have him host? I mean, to me, that seems so bananas nuts. I don't know if anybody would pick Kevin Hart to host, but did anybody watch? I didn't know what's going on. I don't have regular TV. We just stream stuff. Did he kill MJ? God bless Michael Jackson. But I don't understand how they could just have Kevin Hart. How Kevin Hart could go on stage, make fun of the Diddy parties, and no one heckled, maybe it was edited out. I would have heckled. I would have been like, you were there, you hosted. And this is why I can't go to nice things. Personally, I wouldn't for the optics. Yeah, that's what I mean, Bob. Just the fact that I had that other photo. And if you haven't seen, there's videos on YouTube of Kevin Hart hosting. He's got a mic and the camera's following him around at the Diddy parties. If you're the host, I'm assuming you're the special guest. Never mind the optics, just on a personal level. I'd start to, if I had business dealings with him, I'd be like, we got to space ourselves out a little bit. I'm worried what might come out in these testimonies, And and that's the other thing, let's just think about what this means, right? If Kevin Hart was there, went to enough that he got to host the Diddy parties, at some point you got to question his character, right? I know his spirit and his charisma can make you forget all about that, but for real, folks, like, you're not going there oblivious. God, I'm so disappointed in Earth and the people on it. Earth and your people, not everybody. There's some cool people in the chat, okay? But the majority of you, civilization, I just call you Lization, because you're not that civil. And I'm very disappointed, you know? We're gonna have a dad talk. And, you know, it's not that I'm angry, but I'm just really disappointed. Mikayan Kalashnikov! Hi. I didn't watch the awards. I was streaming the streets of LA. Good to see you, CJ. All right, I'm back. New name, new PFP. I don't know what that means, but good to have you back again. Is MK a new version of the AK? And you get a bottle of baby oil. You get a bottle of baby oil. Knew it. Timothy's coming in with the heat. So that's the other thing, you know. That's the only joke I want to hear from Kevin Hart if he's hosting the BET Awards. And in everybody's gift bag going home, a little present from Kevin Hart and Diddy, a mini baby oil bag. No, I don't know. I'm not rushing. You're not rushing anywhere today. Taking your time. And then did you guys see YouTube changed its content policies? YouTube has loosened its content moderation policies. I don't know if they're going in the vein of Mark Zuckerberg and like, we're going to do community notes, no more fact checking. Facts are not a thing in 2025. Diddy means a brain rot and still funny. They are still funny and they're absolute brain rot. That's very true. What do you guys think about this? According to the New York Times, I can't let you see the whole thing because I'm in the way. Sorry. Goddamn. Sorry, chest is too big. I should go on Joe Rogan with this barrel bod. Half Filipino, half Slavic. Cool. I'm more Irish than I knew. Did anybody do the DNA tests? Remember those? Are they trying to push more? I don't, Bob, this is good. So basically, and I linked this article down below. I think anybody that's on YouTube, Bob, CJ, Timothy, anybody that's on YouTube a good amount of time, you should watch this. Because the way it's positioned, again, I don't trust the New York Times. You got to think of who's writing it, what's their narrative, what's their perspective, what do you want, what's their agenda giving you this article? That's what I always want you guys to ask when you're reading something. What's the agenda? What are they trying to sell you? But the weird thing is the way the New York Times positions this, I kind of agree with it. Because they say if there's a 40-minute YouTube news podcast and they show a clip of violence, which through the news you would have to, you know, they said instead of that 40-minute video getting taken down for a 3-second news clip of violence, they would just leave it up, which in theory that's great. But then if you think about what that means for, let's say, RFK goes on Joe Rogan and RFK just starts spewing, you know, make-believe shit, you know, unicorns are coming down to use their horns to give you a vaccine and that's going to make you whatever, you know, and we got to put them all on a list, and just the stuff that RFK says, the diarrhea that projectile spews out of his mouth. He's human garbage. That's what he is. What's up, Orpheus? Good to see you. Good to see everybody here. Thank you guys for showing up to the live. I'm mentally hanging by a thread right now, so it's good to see some people returning. I can't figure out what's wrong with me. It's not the rain. I like the rain. I'm mentally. Anybody else having a mental fucking breakdown internally, constantly throughout the day? Or is it just me? But I'm here. I told you I'd be live 5 days a week. And the other thing that's bumming me out too, well, not bumming me out, but like last week, my watch hours are going down. Subscriber count goes up, watch hours go down. I don't know. I don't think I'll ever, no, I'm not going to say that. I hope to make YouTube my career one day. You know, and if I had more time, I just figured out how to bring news stories up a year and a half in. That's great. Should have figured this out earlier. But, yep, white knuckling it every day. Thank you, Alma. I'm there with you. Everybody's busy watching the world fall apart. Jenny, correct. That's the other thing. I'm not reading as much news. I'm like checking in with the news and then so I can talk here. But really, the last 2 days coming and doing a live, I'm like, I promised myself, and I love connecting with people. but mentally, like, that's why, like, if you watch yesterday's live, I'm just kind of, I'm not checked out, but remember, I'm a parent, and I'm a brother, and both my parents are dead. I'm a son, though. And I'm just being and I'm a husband, and I've been a bad husband and brother and parent. I'm just like, mentally, it's so hard for me to fucking engage, you know, because I'm like, I can't figure out what the fuck is going on with me. I really wish I knew. I just feel like something's wrong, you know, like in my brain. Maybe I'm saying way too much. Maybe I'm saying way too much. But the other thing is, like, so after my parents died a long time ago, I started getting real bad nighttime stuff, like the dreams, like my dead parents were coming to me in my dreams and I couldn't sleep, and that's happening to me again. And I realized, because this weekend I was like, oh, what time of year is it, you know? And I realized, oh, it's my dad's anniversary coming up. And it usually doesn't bug me, but this is going to be 20 years since he's left this earth on his own accord. And he's been coming to me in my dreams. I can't sleep. I'm waking up at 1, 2, 3, and then I'm oversleeping. I was late to work again today, which I think are going to have consequences for that. I don't know. I'm just saying way too much shit, but just so you guys understand why it's not a typical newscast. It's just for documentation. But, you know, and I love my kids so much. I love my wife. I love my brother. And I just feel like I've been retracted into a shell. Because it's just so hard to, you just want, you know, you want to fucking be okay. And sometimes, like watching The World, very worried about LA. Nuclear world still possible. Allegedly, I'm in Massachusetts with you. Appreciate you, Jenny. Living is hard. Yo, Boston, do you know about the plane that almost ended the world? No, I don't. But you know, that's the other thing. It's like, it's not only living is hard, it's like just existing. Like, people I know are grinding it out just to exist, just to eat and make sure we have a roof over our head. And it's like, what are you supposed to do, you know? Especially when, like, the people who have all the money just keep fucking with the little people. Like, that's what I don't get. You know, it'd be easy if Don Taco really cared about the working class. Guess what? He could executive order minimum wage is now $20 an hour. Oh, you help the working class. You know, and I have to watch people like J.D. Vance go on Theo Vaughn's podcast. And Theo Vaughn, God bless him, because he's a sweet guy, but he's not prepared to push back at all when J.D. Vance is saying, like, we're going to prevent the largest tax increase. It's like, bitch, you gave the richest people a tax cut. It would just be a tax increase for them. You know, and Theo doesn't, I don't know, do his research at all. Like, you would just think he would prepare more, because I don't know, I met Theo a bunch, you know, when I was working in radio. And you just want to go, Theo, be prepared. Push back for people who are working 9 to 5s, 3 of them, and, you know, might get a tax increase. Don Taco, Don Trump. Taco stands for Trump, always chickens out. So his name is Don Taco to me. I had to learn how to bake. That's a great thing. I didn't hear about that on Canadian Prepper this morning. What? Crashed into a flying gas station while refueling, fell to earth and didn't detonate because the fuse now. Oh my God, I'm gonna have to read about that, MK. Theo just wants to be a popular kid. And you know what? Here's my thing at this point. Like, God bless him, you know. It's hard for me, like, because I get it. He wants to be nice. He has this opportunity. He's getting platformed by the vice president. I get it. But yeah, Orpheus, he is. He's very representative of the average non-political person. But the thing is like, in today's climate, you have to be aware when no, not even that. You have to understand that these are professional liars. Most politicians are. And you can't. And I only learned this because I did this when I was meeting Theo. Like, we would have politicians on our radio show, and I would ask them questions, and they would give very prepared, professional answers. And unless you have dug a little, done some research, you're not going to be equipped to, like, push back. And you need to, because if you don't, then it sounds great. You know, JD Vance sounds great saying, we're going to prevent the biggest tax cut. And I'm like, I can't watch this anymore. I just can't. There's no pushback, and it's not going into the specifics of how corporations will get a permanent tax decrease down to whatever it is, 21, 17%. Like corporations, the people that make the most, that should be paying the most taxes, that do not even pay taxes sometimes because they finagle their way out, they are going to get a permanent tax cut. So it's just insane, man. And it's hard for me to watch. That's the other thing. Like, hard for me to watch stuff, hard for me to read things. I'm just like, this is all, it's all too real. And the worst part is like, if people just could really see what's happening, that's the most frustrating. It's like, if Don Taco cared about the working class, right? He would, because think about it, his executive orders, it's not like they're all legal. So he doesn't give a shit. If he could just do some working class stuff. Executive order, no more corporate gatekeeping health insurance CEOs. Executive order, minimum wage hike. Like, he could easily do that stuff and figure out the details of it later. He could at least push. And this is how you know he is not for the working people. He does not care. And if people could stop thinking that the stripper loves them, you know, Don Taco will do anything for money, like some strippers. Not all, but some. And Don Taco, like a stripper, you know, just wants to get paid. And he'll make you think he loves you, but he don't. And it makes me sad to know that members of my community would voluntarily vote for someone that's going to hurt them. Don't have political people on your show without research, because it may come back. Yeah, it may come back to haunt you. You know, it really may come back to haunt you in like a terrifying way. And my thought was like, Theo, I don't know what he comes from. This is the other problem. There's like rich people, rich kids that present themselves as, oh, I had it hard growing up, so they can play that role. But they don't, it's never bothered them. Taxes never figured into their life. You know, they're out of position now where, you know, money isn't a thing. So they do this harm to people who, I'm like, those are your people. That's your community, you know, people, comics who are grinding it out, that are, whatever they are, W-9 or, you know, independent contract workers because they get paid from clubs. Like, those are your people that might get screwed over. And like, even when JD Vance was talking to Theo Vaughn about the no tax on overtime and tips, and I'm like, how about instead of no tax on tips, you just get rid of the tipped wage and just raise everybody's wage to $20 an hour? You know, why do you think they're trying to hurrah this no tax on tips thing? It's like, those fucking people shouldn't have to depend on tips. Like, why didn't Theo say that? Like, hey, you really want to do some help, instead of making them depend on tips, and instead of the company paying them, have to depend on the customer, let's make the companies pay them. Only Jesus loves me. Sometimes that's what I think too. No, I know my kids do. God bless my kids, my wife, and my brother, and his family. Because I love them all, and I hate feeling so disconnected. I'm just mentally having such a hard time, and I got no one to talk to, you know? I can't afford therapy. Every time the wage goes up, so does the cost of living. That is not true, Jenny. That is an unfortunate lie and a myth, because the cost of living has been going up over the past decade, and the wages have not kept up. Inflation is, I mean, this is what I mean. This is the corporate myth of like, oh, if you pay people more, the cost of things will go up. Well, how come the cost of things has gone up everywhere? Everything has gone up. There's not one thing the same from 5 years ago, but the cost of labor has not stayed with that. So I get your sentiment, but just be correct about it. You know, you got to understand that. Then why did I have to learn how to bake? 2,000 National Guard, whether not wanted or needed, and 40 in Missouri for only a week. Says it all. Yep, CJ, you missed it. Timothy had said that. Think you forgot Arizona iced tea. Yo, I'll tell you what. Arizona iced tea, depending on where you buy it, the gallons, because that's all I really drink. I drink their diet green tea with ginseng. The gallons, depending, but that's the grocers that charge different rate. But the 99 cent, Orpheus, thank you for bringing that up, because the 99 cent cans have not budged. And that is the proof we look to that, okay? Look to that, Jenny. Then the minimum wage went up. No, the minimum wage federally is still where it was in 2009. And in Massachusetts, it hasn't gone up in 2 or 3 years. And in Massachusetts, and you can look these things up too, I highly encourage you to. When they say the rate of inflation, that's the rate it's raising. That's not the rate it went up. So you can look up these things, how much, what's the price difference? Like I did this the other day. And from 2020 till now, in 5 years, our money, whatever you're getting paid, is worth 25% less, a quarter less of what it is. But with Arizona iced tea, it's still 99 cents a can, and they still employ people and they still make those drinks. So they're just not greedy. And the owner has said it. There's a viral clip that went around a few years back. You can find it. Look up Arizona iced tea. What's up, Darian? Arizona iced tea CEO saying why he won't change the price of the 99-cent can. And he says, because we don't need to. We've made enough money. Like, and he lays it out. And I always look to that because, you know, when people are like, oh, if you pay people more, prices will rise. And I say, well, how do you explain the prices going up without people getting paid more? You know, the minimum wage has not moved in Massachusetts in over 2 years, and shit's getting more expensive. So the most money I've ever made in Massachusetts per hour is $11. When's the last time you worked in Massachusetts? Because our minimum wage is $15. In Oklahoma, minimum wage is still $7.25. See, and that's what I mean, Orpheus. Like that. Well, there are many states where it's still $7.25, and that's $7.25 has not budged since 2009. Darian, good to see you. Hello. What a shit show, eh? Yep. This whole thing, it's worse. It's like a SNL skit written by Ben Shapiro. Has it moved in other states? Yes, it has. It's just so crazy. It's absolutely bananas. Doreen, we gotta connect. I'll check in on. Oh, we have a. What's it called? What's the thing? What's the thing called? Discord. Thank you. We have a Discord. If you'd like to join down below. Doreen, I'll check Discord today. If you want to. Oh, this week is a little hectic, cause kid graduations, kid stuff. But maybe next week, Doreen, if you can come on like Thursday or Friday or something, that'd be awesome. I want to get what the outside world thinks of America right now. I'd really like to get your thoughts. If you're like, what is going on there? Why have you guys not organized? If you don't know, Darian is in France. And when the people of France become oppressed by their government, they take to the streets, like for real. And they have solidarity. If you didn't see, please look up when France's protests were happening. They shut off the electrical unions, shut off the politicians, electric. The trash guys weren't working, and they were collecting the trash and dumping it at the foothouse or at the steps of the state houses and stuff. So I would love for Darian to explain some more of that. And it's always cool to get an outside perspective. What's up, Solus? What's weird? Hold on, I'm glitched. Oh no. But yeah, you can join our Discord. Solus has done an amazing job helping me build that out. Our country is doomed as well. Yeah. You were signed into your boss's YouTube? Amazing. Oh, wait. Not amazing. Sorry. I was thinking like a boss at like a 9-to-5 job. I was like, time to cause some trouble. At the radio station I used to work at, the guys I hired, if anybody left their social media signed in, oh my God, it was so funny. They would post a bunch of crazy stuff on their social media and then change their password and be like, you should go check your account. It was the funniest stuff, and it was all good fun. You know, they would undo it at the end of the day, but for a few hours, you were in living hell. France protests, also France, no baguettes for you. I want to go to France so bad. And that's the other thing. What is this existence if we can't travel and get along and, you know? Okay, guys. I'm so glad Darian got to stop in, and Solus and CJ and Timothy and Orpheus. My favorite people. My favorite people. Very, very rad to see all of you guys. I gotta go. My mental state is just, I'm hanging by a thread. I'm trying to do my best. To my kids and my brother and my wife and my nieces and everyone. I'm sorry. I'm trying to do my best. I feel so bad. I should be a better human. or not just a better human. I should just, I wish I could provide more and just do more. And I wish I wasn't so messed up in the head right now. Have a great night, Orpheus, Solus. Solus, you want to play some Fortnite later? Or whenever you're not busy, you hit me up on Discord. I want to stream some Fortnite because the new season's kind of cool. I was hoping that would cheer me up. Maybe I just need to talk to a friend. It's hard though. I want to call my brother and be like, man, I'm not doing good right now. I'm not doing good. But I don't want to put that burden on him. I feel so bad, And he knows, because it's going to be our dad's 20-year anniversary since he left Earth. And I just want to, but I don't want to put it on him. He's such an amazing human. He's raising great kids. He's doing so well. And I just don't feel like putting this on anyone. I'm like trying to keep it tight, I'm trying to like just, you're okay, keep doing shit. But I'm not. I'm fucking not. And when I go to sleep, my dreams haunt me. And all the dead people come out and they all, it's fucking, I appreciate you, Darian. Maybe he's not doing good too. Yeah, that is true. But, that's Orpheus, that's the other thing. He sent me this song about, our mom passed away too. A song about a mother. So I was like, oh man, I knew he was feeling it. Me and him are connected, so I knew he was feeling it. And I'm like, I'm not prepared to how can I help him if I can't help me? And I want to help him and I want to be there for him. But I don't know. So I just fucking disconnect from everyone. And it's the worst thing in the world. I don't know why I'm telling you guys all this. I think because I haven't been able to talk about any of this in like a week and I'm really struggling. I had this dream last week where my dad and my mom came to me and it fucked me up. I mean, I stopped sleeping at one point after my parents died and they were coming to me in my dreams. It was so realistic and eerie and just, it bothered me so bad that I was really like trying not to go to sleep. But does your Discord can support live streaming? I don't know. That's a good question. That's a good question. Well, I was trying to figure out, there's this app, something stream, where you can stream on everything, which I really wanted to try. But then come to find out, you have to pay more. You have to pay for the premium to stream on all the, I wanted to stream here on Twitch, on TikTok, and I don't know about Discord, but come and talk on Discord. Don't get stuck in your head. I appreciate that. Well, what I've been trying to do is paint. I've been trying to paint. And the worst part about it is everything I've been painting, I've been throwing away. Because I'm like, even my painting's coming out horrible. I've been just trying to, do some art, do something to like get out of my head for a minute. But it's just tough. That's the other reason why I just want to encourage people to just be fucking kind. Like this life is so short. When you've lost a lot of people, you perspective becomes different. And that's really what I try to encourage people. It's like trying to get immigrants out or going after a trans person in sports. I'm like, where on your dream board is that shit? Like, I don't get this stuff. I don't know. I'm like, man, I just don't understand some people's priorities, especially rich people who have money, who can go on vacation, who don't worry about food, who don't worry about rent. Like, they're the ones meddling in the most shit, and they're stirring up the pot. All the workers, they're like, oh, it's that other guy trying to take your money, not me. And people are falling for it. I'm like, come on, folks. Like, we could have a nice place to live. We could have a nice place to live. Ask Chat Jeep. Oh, Discord link right there. Solus put it in. It's all smoke. It is. Don't try to. I know. God damn. That's the other thing. I'm like, am I cursed? Because I can't stop reading and thinking. And like today, this coworker was like, why are you trying to do this? Because I was explaining, like, I just can't talk because it's very frustrating to watch all this stuff happening. And she was like, well, why? Why are you thinking about it? And I was like, because we have to figure it out. I was like, it doesn't go away on its own. Slavery didn't end on its own. We didn't become an independent nation on their own. Like, people have to do shit. We have to reach out to other people. That's why I do this live stream. We have to like, if I stayed quiet, I really couldn't. At least my one solace is like, at least I can leave a record on YouTube of like people fucking see through it, you know? Wake up, do something. This is not, you know, I don't know. And maybe it's all for naught, but at least I'm trying, because I don't have access other way. This is my window to the world, and I really want to do my best to be like, guys, like, we can all have nice shit as long as we stop letting these billionaires meddle in our stuff, trying to take people's rights, split up family. Like, there's other ways to work this out. But much love, much respect. Thank you guys for dealing with me. I didn't talk too much about the news. I promise. I'm trying to get my head on straight. I'm trying to get my mind right. And this live stream will be back to news and stuff like that. That's the other frustrating thing. I really want to have like a place to do it. I'm so excited. I figured out how to bring up news articles. So we're going to be back. We're going to be back. Okay. Thank you for dealing with me today. And if you're struggling too, my heart goes out to you. Try to do something, you know, that's for you. Just try to, like, you know, paint, fucking paint. Even if it's bad, I keep painting and it's bad, I throw it away. Come by Discord. I appreciate that. I will, Darian. I gotta text my brother. I love him and I miss him. And now I get to see him like once and never. I hate it. It sucks. I just want to see my family, you know? Well, is that too much to ask for? People be like, well, if you want to make more money, why don't you get educated? I got a degree, okay? My industry got bought out by private equity and they lay everybody off. I don't know what you want me to fucking say. You know, then work harder, get a different job, go back to school. It's like, bitches, don't you think if I could afford any of this stuff, I would? I would love to go back to school. It is so difficult. But more importantly, why should anybody that works 40 hours a week not be able to survive? That's the question you need to ask. And once you figure out that that shouldn't be correct in America, then we can turn around and have the real conversation and who's fucking stopping people from working one job and being able to afford to live. That's the question. Coloring. Oh, that's a good, interesting. I like painting though. Don't try to be strong all the time. That's true. That is true. You can't always be strong. All right, guys. Much love, much respect. Just stop being. That's the shit I need to hear. Why don't you just stop being poor? God damn it. Oh, you're depressed? Just stop. You know, I should maybe. I'll go listen to Joe Rogan. You know how I just didn't be depressed? I went into my personal sauna and then I took my personal ice bath while I ate my elk that I went out back and hunted for 4 days, because who fucking cares when I work? Why can't you just do that? Huh? Man up. Doreen, you were right. This is a bad SNL skit. America has become a parody of itself. Oh, Jesus. Don't forget, folks, if you have a vehicle and a safe way to get there, we are in America, June 14th, this Saturday, having 1,800 No Kings rallies. I would attend if I could, but I just want to encourage people. Because we need to stand up and against this. All right, much love. Hopefully you guys hit subscribe, hit the notification bell. I'd love to see you all tomorrow. And until then, be good to yourself. Peace.